Ever wonder what might happen if someone else starts living in your vacant property without your permission? This isn't just a hypothetical question, but a reality for some property owners due to a concept known as squatter rights, or adverse possession. Squatter rights allow a person to lay claim to legal ownership of a property after residing in it for a specific period without the owner's consent. This might sound perplexing, but these rights originally evolved to resolve disputes where land ownership was ambiguous. However, in present times, they can pose considerable challenges for rightful property owners. Let's explore a few instances to see squatter rights in action. Over on the west coast of the United States, in sunny California, squatters can stake a claim to ownership after continuously living in a property for 5 years on the condition they've paid property taxes throughout that period. A striking case surfaced in Los Angeles where a man moved into an unoccupied home, defended his residency legally for 5 years, paid taxes, and ultimately became the owner. Recent cases of squatters overtaking properties have highlighted some alarming stories. Dallas incident. In one story from Dallas, a homeowner named Gavin found squatters in his property. Despite numerous attempts to evict them, including cutting off utilities and involving the police, the squatters managed to remain entrenched, leading to considerable stress and financial strain for the owners. D Magazine. Long Island families struggle. A family in Long Island faced an overwhelming situation when squatters took over their home, forcing them to live in hotels while still owning a well-kept ranch home nearby. The legal framework in New York, which quickly grants tenant rights to squatters, compounded their difficulties, highlighting the challenges homeowners face in reclaiming their properties. News 12, Long Island. Florida legislative response. In Florida, a particularly severe case involved a woman trying to sell a refurbished home only for squatters to move in and cause substantial damage. This incident has prompted legislative changes aimed at making it easier for property owners to remove squatters and reclaim their homes. USF. Squatting in Atlanta. Atlanta has seen a significant rise in squatting incidents, especially in more upscale neighborhoods and new constructions. The phenomenon is partly driven by skyrocketing rental prices post-COVID. In response, Georgia is considering legislation to simplify the eviction of squatters and address the issue of fake leases. Realtor. These stories underscore a growing issue in various regions, prompting legislative and personal responses to protect property rights and address the complexities of squatting in today's housing market. These instances often snowball into drawn-out legal battles and hefty financial losses for the rightful property owners, who may either be oblivious of the squatter's presence or unable to act swiftly due to bureaucratic hurdles. In essence, squatter rights, a centuries-old concept designed to settle land disputes, can now sometimes turn into a property owner's nightmare. It's a reminder that in the intricate web of property rights, sometimes the lines can blur, leading to unexpected outcomes. But what if the government could tax you for leaving your property vacant too long? That's exactly what vacancy taxes aim to do. These taxes target property owners who keep their buildings unoccupied for a significant period. The idea being to urge owners to rent out, sell, or develop these idle properties. The goal? To address housing shortages and reduce urban decay. Take Vancouver, Canada, for example. In 2017, Vancouver implemented the empty homes tax, designed to bring unused properties back into the rental market. Fast forward to 2024, and properties deemed vacant for over 6 months in the previous year are now subject to a tax of 3% of the property's assessed taxable value. Meanwhile, across the Atlantic, Paris, France, has taken a slightly different approach. The city charges a vacancy tax that escalates depending on the number of years a property remains empty. Starting at 12.5%, the tax jumps to 25% if the property has been vacant for more than 2 years. This initiative aims to increase the number of rental properties in a city where housing demand outstrips supply. Down under in Melbourne, Australia, the vacant residential property tax mandates owners to either occupy or rent out their properties for at least 6 months each year. Fail to comply, and you're looking at a 1% tax on the property's capital improved value. But while these taxes may fuel more active use of property, they can also penalize owners who face genuine difficulties in managing their properties. Those struggling to find tenants or caught in legal disputes may find themselves unfairly burdened. This expansion of policies can sometimes be seen as a governmental overreach. It's a delicate dance, balancing the need to serve the public interest with the need to protect individual property rights. Critics argue these policies, however well-intentioned, may compromise the fundamental rights of property owners. GPT. As we conclude our discussion on the intricacies of property rights, it's clear that achieving a balance between public interests and individual rights is pivotal. Your thoughts and insights on this topic are invaluable to us, so please feel free to share your views in the comments below. If you found this discussion enlightening and want to stay updated with more content like this, please like this video and subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to bringing you more insightful content.